Jess here with Offbeat Life with our February budget report. If you saw the March preview, you know that this budget was all over the place. There were so many changes to it, it was crazy. So why don't I preface this by saying, because I keep forgetting to mention, I know one of the most common questions that I get on my budgets is, where's all the utilities, where's all the other stuff? So my husband RJ and I have separate finances still. I know it's not Dave Ramsey approved, but we pick our battles. So we have separate finances. He works full-time. He makes more money than I do, so he pays for pretty much everything else household. Utilities, heat, cable, internet, our telephones, our cell phones, groceries, and insurance. That's about it, and Hulu. No cable television. We budget much more closely our groceries than we used to. So he takes care of all those. I pay for the mortgage because it's in my name. And then I essentially focus on my student loans. So that's where all the missing normal living expenses are. RJ pays for those. So like I mentioned, February was all over the place. Income got weird. Expenses were about what I expected, but income was weird, but with a positive ending. So we'll just dive right in here. So for RJ, I budgeted $316.44. Again, he contributes 15% of his income into my checking account to help pay off the student loans, which is very generous of him. That came in at $398.90 because he did manage to get a bonus the last paycheck of February, as well as I think I had still slightly under budgeted for different changes that were settling out, changing his tax withholding and changing his our insurance, health insurance. So regardless, that was $82.46 over budget. Awesome. Always happy to have income over budget. So my merchandising work, I budgeted at $375. I believe, I don't know, it's all running together now, but I believe I managed to pick up a little bit of extra work, and this always includes mileage and drive time, basically between stores that I go to. So that came in over budget, $62.10, awesome. The tax office is where I got hit hard. I had budgeted $980, and that was expecting 2 paychecks. There was a mishap with the payroll system. They waited too long to install QuickBooks, and apparently when you install QuickBooks, they make you wait 2 weeks before you can run payroll. So I only got 1 check in February, which was basically ended up being 1 week less than what I had budgeted for, which then got rolled over into March. So March went up from my projection from before the March video. Anyways, February was screwed up with the tax office. I only made $632.40, which was $347.60 under budget, so that hurt a lot. But my side hustle under the table bookkeeping, I budgeted $140. That came in at $200, which was $60 over budget, so that was awesome. This, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with this. So I budgeted $0 for MTurk. I made $39 basically doing sort of like a data entry with a requester found through MTurk. I'm going to kind of leave it at that because it's kind of a weird thing. But I made $39 doing that I hadn't budgeted, so that was good. I didn't budget for the state tax return. I might as well mention here, because it's going to come up mostly at the end of the month. So I'm focusing on my student loans. We do have one other debt in both mine and RJ's name, and that is our Lowe's card. I never included it in my debt snowball because he makes the payments on it. And he does pay more than the minimum payment, maybe about 50% more. But it's been sitting around pretty much since we moved into this house. So about 7 years we've been dealing with it. So finally this year our federal tax return was unspoken for, so that managed to pay down about 75% of our Lowe's card. So that should be getting paid off in about the same time frame as my student loans. So it'll be one fell swoop completely debt-free. I had originally expected to also put our state return against the Lowe's card, but RJ talked me into keeping that in my budget, especially since, I got hit so hard with the tax office. So, long story short, I kept the $78 that we got back from our New York State return. And then we also got our property tax relief check, which I didn't budget for, which came super late, but I guess they needed extra information. It normally comes like in November, but I guess they needed extra information on the house, previous owners, and blah, blah, blah. So that was a big, big help, $198.03 there. So in the end, I had originally budgeted $1,811.44 worth of income. I managed to bring in $1,983.43 of income, which was $171.99 over. So even though I took that big hit at the tax office, I still managed to come in over, which was awesome. So moving into expenses, mortgage was the same as usual, $709.60. Gas, I budgeted $100, and I knew better, but I did it anyways because I'm doing more driving. I came in at $125, which it actually would have been higher, but for Valentine's Day, RJ gave me a gas card, so he helped out a little bit too. But I was $25 over budget with that, and I'm not surprised at all. I budgeted $35 for dog food. It was only $32.39. Price seems to have dropped, so I saved $2.61 there. Awesome. And for my miscellaneous budget, I always budget $10. I overspent in miscellaneous this month, $19.96, overspent by $9.96. That ended up being, what did we spend? $5 for Gavin's monthly book order. What else was there? $6.98 for an anti-nausea medication because he had an ugly stomach bug. And that stuff's expensive, $7 for an anti-nausea. And then $7.50, $7.48. I got takeout. I have not spent money on like fast food or eating out or anything like that in several years. And I was on my way to get my yearly tattoo, and I needed some dinner, so I spent $7.50 on eating out on myself. I figured it wasn't that bad. I haven't spent money like that in over 2.5 years, so that's what happened there. So I was over budget. I doubled my miscellaneous budget. Shame on me. So my expenses were supposed to be $854.60. They came in at $886.95, $32.35 over budget there. But with the extra income, I was able to absorb that. So I had budgeted putting $956.84 on my student loan. I managed to put $1,095.92 on my student loan, bringing the balance down to $1,798.89. I'm at $1,800. I'm under $2,000, and I'm now a month away from paying it off. March 30th, you guys. Be there or be square. I'm so excited. March 30th is the day. So I will see you guys. I'll probably see you before the payoff to do my April preview, and then we'll post our payoff. And we might do a simultaneous, both the student loan and the Lowe's card, if I can convince RJ to do that with me. We'll see. But expect that March 30th. I can't wait for it, you guys. So I will see you then. Have a great day.